Jackie here,
Good
along
morning.
with our friend Cathy Tieszen. She is here. As of course, we are still remembering the veterans. You remember the veterans every day of the year, but especially this week with Veterans Day happening on Sunday.
Absolutely, and we've been kind of giving a behind-the-scenes look as your husband is deployed at this time, as we're heading towards the holidays, of how to cope with that, to make sure that people that are here at home are able to cope with what's happening over there and make that work. So we were actually able to say hello to your husband this morning, video chat.
That was pretty cool. Now, can we say where he is?
Yes.
Okay.
He's in Kabul, Afghanistan, at one of the headquarters there.
Okay. And how long ago did he leave?
He actually left the States the end of September, but he left here, Des Moines, to go train before he left in August.
Okay. Yeah, so it's been a while,
Yep.
and it has to be taxing on people that are still at home and have to carry on with the everyday life, isn't it?
It is. It's exhausting. I mean, the first thing you have to get used to is the time difference. Right now it's 10.5 hours. So we've got that down to a rhythm, which is why I was able to bring him in on my little phone to say hello to everybody. He calls me, it's his nighttime when it's my morning, so that works out really well. And he calls me actually on WhatsApp, which is a wonderful application. You can video, you can text, and you can also talk on the phone. So as long as there's Wi-Fi, which when he goes on mission, there's really very little Wi-Fi, so I don't get to talk to him much when he does that. So
yeah, so we talked last time about just some of the things that have to be taken care of while he's away and then you are here. Do we have any idea how long he's going to be gone?
Well, the deployment is for a year. They actually set it for 400 days, but most of the time it's no more than 1 year. So 10 months usually in theater, which means they're out in the combat area.
Right.
So.
And we were talking, as you said, about things you have to prep before he goes, how you're assisting that technology that's helped that communication a little bit more than it would have been, years ago. What else are we trying to remember as your husband is deployed and as other families out there are dealing with the same thing as we're heading towards the holidays?
Well, it's tough because I find I'll try and get out of the house and maybe walk around the mall or just anytime I'm around people, and I'm used to having him with me all the time. And you start hearing the music, and those are the times that's family. I mean, I think of holidays and I think of family, and it just makes me sad because yes, I get to talk to him, but it's not the same as being able to hold his hand, hug him, kiss him, and you just go to holiday events with them. I'm basically going alone, and although I have my children here, which is wonderful, I have my children, my grandchildren, and my son-in-laws all here, and my mom. But it's just not the same as when you want your spouse there, and then you're worried all the time about what could happen, because one minute you could be talking to him and the next minute you could get some very bad news, and I'm hoping and praying that doesn't happen. But you just never know from minute to minute.
Now we want to talk about the upcoming holiday next week is Thanksgiving. What's going to happen on your front here back at home, and what's he going to do for Thanksgiving?
Well, I actually just asked him about that this morning, because last time he was deployed in Iraq, we planned a call because I wanted him to be able to be a part of much as he could of our Thanksgiving. And I walked him around talking to everybody. And as he was eating his meal, he said, the best part is coming. I'm going to have my pumpkin pie. And he takes it, and he takes a bite, and he goes, oh. I said, what's wrong? And he said, it's frozen.
Oh, no.
So they do their best to make it Thanksgiving, but it's not the same. And on his base, they have multiple types of chow halls. He typically eats at the Turkish one because he loves Mediterranean type food, but he'll probably go to the American one so that he can be a part of some kind of a Thanksgiving celebration. His base, he's in a combat area, so they don't do as much at his base as they do at others. It's a smaller base. And a lot of them have parties, and when it's non-combat, like in Kuwait, they do a lot more.
All right, we just saw a dog there. Who's the dog that we saw?
Oh, leave it to Paul to find an animal anywhere. That's on his base. That's one of the, I believe that's one of the bomb dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, that he managed to.
But he finds friends anywhere he goes, doesn't he?
He is the animal.
Yeah, there he is.
Whisperer.
There's the dog. Yep.
Yeah, that's that one was at his main base where he's at, and the other one's at one of his missions. But yeah, he literally is like a magnet to animals. They'll say, oh, don't go near him, he's ferocious, and they'll come up and just lick his face.
Licking on him.
So, but yeah, he just loves animals. That's actually a picture of him when they were on their way to theater, and they were waiting for their next transport, and the men hadn't slept. They had been on the road for 9 days.
Wow.
And he said, you guys go take a bed, I'll stay with our stuff. And he's the commander, and he stayed with the stuff and let his men get the rest, men and women. So that's just the kind of leader he is. So he slept on the floor.
Yeah, they do what they have to do to make sure we can continue to do their great work on a regular basis. Now, people were celebrating Veterans Day on Sunday and also observing it on Monday. And as we mentioned, it's something we should really think about every single day. But is there anything special you did for Veterans Day?
I did what I do every year. I didn't go out and benefit from the stuff because I didn't want to do that without my soldier with me. But I did make sure that anybody I knew that was in the military had the list of the things that were available, because they need to understand that we want to give back to them the only way we can. A lot of them are very humble and they don't like to ask for things. And I said, you don't want to take the joy of us giving back to you, the joy that you give to us. I said, so when you don't ask for those things and take part in them, you're stealing us of our joy to give to you. And so I've encouraged that for years, for them to just get out there and enjoy us thanking them.
All right, tell us about your ring real quick.
Okay, this is what's called an honor ring. My husband and I both wear them, but they're also the 22 kill rings. It symbolizes two things. It symbolizes everyone that serves and has served, and it also symbolizes the 22 suicides a day. And it's on your trigger finger, which is where you wear it. And Paul never takes his off, but that's what it is, and you can look it up. It's a Kill 22 ring or a honor ring.
Honor ring, wonderful.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
All right, well, I think we have a video that we'd like to share with you this morning. Have a look.
Thank you. Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day.
Have anything else you want to say?
Love you. Love you so much. Love you. I miss you. I love you so much. I miss you.
Hi, Papa.
I hope you come back.
Soon.
I hope you come back.
Yeah, a special message for Paul. That's very cool.
Yeah, that was some of the grandchildren, 3 of the 5.
There you go, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for everything you're doing and keeping things, secure back home while Paul is serving the country and doing his duty. Again, you see some of the kids there, just wishing him a safe return home. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
It is 9:28 right now, and we will.